Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. We're going to take a look at the energy for the week of June 27th through July 3rd. Overall energy here of the Awakening card. Well, I'm not surprised to see that. New moon happening in a fellow water sign should be very awakening for you. You've just come off of a couple of eclipses that really impacted your sign, and then we had that super full moon in Sagittarius that was very, very potent. So let's see what we have going on here. The key to the situation, we have the bear. So you are being guided and protected. The bear is very much about security. It is about spirit has your back. Look, you have the bear. Oh my God, I just noticed this. The bear here, sleepy time waking up. And it's like the baby cub. And here in the heart space, you're being protected by the mama bear. Very nice. Spirit has your back. Spirit has your back for sure. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay. Overall energy is the energy of fish, of abundance. It's about a manifesting energy. Right, I'm going to have to clarify a card before I even get started here on the outcome. So here, you've been having on your brain a couple of new ideas. We have the twins. That's new. It's a child. It's also kind of carries the energy of a soulmate, twin flame. Could just be a soulmate energy. I really don't like to get into the twin flame thing because there's a lot of misconceptions about what that actually is. And I'm not going to have conversations on here about toxic people and karmic relationships because that's not what it's about. That's not it. All right, let's clarify that outcome card before I get started here so I can figure out what's going on. Okay, all right, so in the recent past, we have another child. So this card has 3 children in it, a male, a female, and then the twins. And so this is the energy of receiving, being nervous about receiving something, some new ideas, some new thoughts, some new way of looking at things. But there's been a need to receive it because the obstacle has been that there's not been a lot of information coming in. Now, Scorpio, this could be you blocking the flow of information. Scorpio has been known to do that, right? Keep stuff to yourself, keep it close to the chest, really not showing your cards. But this is somehow either you or someone else is not sharing out fully the information, and this is creating a blockage, a stoppage in what it is that you're trying to do. And so Spirit is really trying to let you know it's safe and you are protected to receive this information through your heart space, to really tap your intuition, because we have the card of the High Priestess that came out. And so there is a need to try to really open up, to go from the child energy into the self-mastery of being able to really tap your intuition, because in the heart space moving forward, we have the divine feminine. So we work our way through from the small child feminine energy to the adult feminine energy, all through the heart space with the mama bear here in the middle, feeling very safe and protected. And so with that and the High Priestess coming out, I feel like there's definitely a need to allow the flow of intuition to be moving through you. We have another divine feminine card that came out. So this is very feminine energy. Whether you are a male or a female, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine in us. When we are in balance, and we know how to receive and we know how to give in balance. And so it takes both. And if one side is too much and the other's not enough, the imbalance is like, okay, it's like a wobbly, they're showing me like a wobbly top. You know, it can't spin very long and it crashes. And so I feel like there's been a crash. Or there could be a crash. But you're awakening. So a lot of times that crash, that bang, that boom, when things are out of balance, that signals the awakening. That is the dark night of the soul, where we wake up and we go, wow, that is not how I want my life to run. Oh, wow, that really could be it. Okay, so with that eclipse that happened in your sign, that could have been the top spinning out of control crash. And now is the awakening process. Now you are going through this awake transformation. Like we have the electric eel here in the area of how you transform. It is wrapped around this clear glass, and so it's about being able to see something that you maybe didn't see before. And it could be a little distorted, right? Because it's in the glass and the water would kind of make it a little distorted. But the eel lights things up. It's an electric eel. And so this transformation is from like almost like a spark, a lightning bolt, an idea, that intuition that comes in when you started to open up to the intuition. Then the information started coming in, and it is divinely guided and protected. And here in the action to take, we have the card of the cross. This could represent faith, and oftentimes to me represents the need to sacrifice something in order to move things forward in a way that is very beneficial. And we also had the Hanged Man come out, the limbo, which is very much that energy, right? It is the energy. It even looks like a cross, right? It is the energy, but this is the burden in this. When you turn it upside down, this is the choosing to take the pause, take the breath, to see something from a different perspective in order to gain the information. And there is a need. Wow, my nose is so itchy from this. There is a need to look for the information and to look for the guidance, because you have something that you want to move on, something that requires creative energy. Very strategic in the headspace moving forward. We have the fox. That's a very strategic way of moving and manipulating things, and manipulation is not necessarily bad. It can be. When you manipulate things that only serve you and doesn't serve the greater good, that's not a good thing. When you manipulate things to serve the greater good, to create something that is beneficial to multiple people, that is for a larger, greater good than just yourself, that is a good thing. And here we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is listening to the seahorse. Okay, so we have two seahorses here, and the seahorses are very balanced. They're very balanced. The masculine of the seahorses is the one that nurtures and cares for the young. And so this is very much the energy of nurturing and caring for yourself, being safe and protected, but also bringing into balance so you aren't that wobbly top, the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. Because the outgoing card here is the divine feminine that's frozen in place and not doing anything and looking backwards. And so I think that almost as though what the change is happening, it's almost as though it's happening on the inside and no one's going to see anything on the outside yet, because a sacrifice is going to have to be made, but you're currently in limbo, and that it's not happening yet, because you're still working your way in the heart space through getting the divine guidance, through getting the information that you need in order to progress forward toward this abundance and through this awakening process. And it takes time. And with the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in your sign, it is about the releasing and the letting go. And Neptune stationing retrograde is asking you to look really hard at what is, because that's also in a water sign of Pisces. And so it is asking you to look really hard at what doesn't fit you anymore, what is not your authentic truth anymore, what is this long held belief that you have had about yourself or about a situation or about anything that's been ingrained in you, and it's been it's been like a compass needle that you've been following, and yet you know that is not correct anymore, that is not your truth anymore. And being willing to let that go. But that is going to be this Piscean energy here of the Hangman, being in limbo, being willing to hold where you are, to sacrifice, I think, time. It feels like you're sacrificing time to work out the details, to be sure that you are moving in the direction that you want to go, to allow yourself time for your intuition to mature and develop so that you understand it. And oh my God, I can't make this stuff up. This new moon, I'm pulling card for this specifically for this new moon, where to plant your seeds of intention, and you have the card of intuition that came flying out. And look at these big ears. It is tune in. Tune in. Tune into your intuition. Pause, breathe. You don't have to do anything right now. It is an awakening process that will move you toward the abundance. It is okay to take a break from action to process through the heart space, to really awaken your intuition and really connect in with the divine for your purpose, for your next steps, to figure out what doesn't fit you anymore. It was a really amazing reading. All right, well, Scorpio, I am on Facebook every day. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate you doing that. And there is a membership portal. If you join the membership today, tomorrow on the 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S., I do the live Q&A call. So it's $4.99. I answer personal questions. We'll get a little bit more into this new moon energy here. And you can take a look around and see if what's in there is for you or not. You can cancel it any time. So it would just be $4.99 to at least be on the call and get some questions answered. And I do personal readings. The information for that is in the description box below. You guys take good care. Take good care and take your time. All right, back to you soon.